Hey guys, it's Ben, the Pro Site Coach here in Texas. And when you join my Facebook group, which I put the link in the description below, but when you join the Facebook group, one of the things it asks you for is, what are you joining for? Like, what are you dealing with? Modification, enforcement, other things. But one of them says filing for divorce. And it's always a bit of a kind of a gut punch for me because a lot of people enter the group and say that they're filing for divorce. And I'm kind of an emotional guy, so I get a little kind of melancholy about it because I look at the profile pictures. Well, I look at every profile page of every single person that enters the group just to kind of figure out who you are. Yes, I'm trying to filter out lawyers as part of that. But I just look at it just to see who you are and what about you. And man, it's kind of like, because, your profile picture is you and your family. It's you and your spouse and your children and smiles. And it just, I just kind of go, man, what a bum deal. But it happens, right? It happens, damn near 60% of the time. It's not lost on anybody. It's a fact of life. But I wanted to talk to those of you guys that are filing for divorce and kind of just, man, this is your first step. This is your first moment. You're 10 minutes into this walk. And boy, you can really go crooked 10 minutes into this walk if you're not careful. So for those of you that are filing for divorce or imminently or laying the foundation or doing a little investigative work on how you want to walk through this, there's just a few things to think about. Number one is do the absolute best you can to put your emotions over in the corner. This is an emotional situation. This is your ex, soon to be ex now. You guys have been in love. You've been on honeymoons. You've been together for a long time. There's a lot going on here. There's history. There's children. There's family. There's a lot. And so it's no easy task to say, oh, okay, well, let me be non-emotional about all this. Of course you're going to be emotional. But man, please try to take a moment and just sit down and identify that you are emotional about it. It's okay to be emotional. You should be. But you've got to identify that you are probably not thinking perfectly clearly and objectively about things. Talk to your friends. Talk to trusted friends, not just drama friends. Talk to your family. Talk to people around you. Talk to your pastor. Talk to your coworker, your boss, whatever. But find somebody that will really help you filter out some of your emotional bullshit that you're throwing all over the place because you're doing it. Men and women alike. We get super, I hate the word triggered, but we get very, very upset because we're losing control over a situation that we've had control over for a long time, called family. And it's being shaken. And it's being fractured, man. And so it's hard. And so try to just step back and say, okay, this is happening. I'm not thinking clearly. I admit this. And I just need to understand that I'm not thinking clearly as I walk through this. And then really, the meat of the matter is we got to identify what you want. People call me all the time, and for some reason, it's normally mom. Mom calls me and says, I want to get divorced. And I don't want to do lawyers and fights and other things. Would you talk to my ex? I think we've agreed on most everything. And I love doing that. That's one of the favorite things I get to do is to talk to both of you, keep you calm, make sure you guys still have some sort of co-parenting relationship, make you focus on kids and get you through it. But then the reality is they say, okay, you guys are settled on everything, huh? Well, not really. There's all this money we got to talk about, and I'm just not comfortable with him having the kids that much, or whatever the case may be. And then we got to walk through it. And, and that's a chore. But you need to really sit down and think about, what do you want this to look like? The hardest part I have found is parents of younger kids, maybe 6 and under. You guys have a hard time. Because in your head, your children are like a little babies and they need you and they cannot survive without you. And you need maximum control and protection over these children. And you cannot even imagine them being 14-year-old teenagers that don't need all that from you. You see them as little dependent babies. So that's hard part about some of this is that, you know, your decree is in theory supposed to carry you all the way to emancipation at 18 years of age, but you're dealing with a 4-year-old kid. How do you do that? Well, you just do that. You understand that what you're dealing with at 4 years old is not what you're going to be dealing with at 14 years old. Parents get bugged out about phone calls. I got to be able to call my child 24/7, 365 and make sure that they're okay. Do you realize what a short problem that is if you have an 8-year-old kid? By the time they're 11, they're going to have their own damn phone. You can blow them up all day. You can talk to them anytime you want. No big deal. Okay? And there's just a million different factors that you have to consider, but get down to the root of what you're really worried about. And you got to find somebody, and I would be happy for it to be me because I'm brutal about it. You've got to find somebody that makes you face the fact that you're not really worried or thinking about an actual safety issue. You're dealing with your own emotional bullshit. So I did this just yesterday. So we're this close to being done with mom and dad. We're this close to divorce. We've got basically all terms agreed and we're down to language. What does he do? He goes off and says, can I introduce my new girlfriend to the children? Okay. Mom loses her shit. Okay. She goes crazy. She's berserk. All of a sudden now it's like, well, I need more money and I need a morality clause and I need protection, all this crap. And it, you know, and I kept having to say, you're not even thinking clearly. You're hurt and you're just taking it out on everybody and you're trying to undo everything. I'm not defending him. That was a stupid move at this very critical juncture, but you're not really. This isn't about safety. This is about you being pissed off and wanting revenge. So, you know, for those of you that are filing for divorce, this is a very tiptoe of a dance. I would make the world's crappiest lawyer because I could feed your fear. I could feed your anger. I could feed your paranoia. I'll run the bills through the roof for you. And that's what they do to you, is that they feed it. And it's not real. None of it's real. So please surround yourself with people that are intelligent and that care about you and care about your children. And I don't care if they hate your ex, but aren't out for revenge. Get down to brass tacks with this stuff and get down to the real meat of the matter and try to turn the volume down on your noise in your head about your emotions. Instead of telling people what you want, ask them what you should do. Should I punish her by asking for this and that and the other thing? And your friend, if they're good friends, they're probably going to go, no, dude, you need to get on with your damn life. Drop it. It doesn't matter. Stop. Those are friends. So I'm not your friend, okay? I don't know you. But I can do that for you, and I can yell at you better than anybody, all right? Because the only way that you're going to have a functioning co-parenting relationship with the other parent that extends for a long period of time is to keep shit calm. And it's hard. It's super hard. I mean, hell, I've gone through it. It's hard. And those are the ones that get through it clean and make best decisions for their kids, which is what this is about. Guys, my name is Ben. You can reach me anytime at prosaycoachtx.com. If you're going through divorce, if you're planning divorce, if you're thinking about divorce and you think you'd like to keep things collaborative and calm, I can help you. I can help you all the way through the entire process, from talking to your ex, to doing the petition, to doing your final decree and making you think about a million things that you're probably not thinking about that you need to get into this decree, and then helping you complete the paperwork so that we can get this filed and get you the hell out of here. And both of you are going to save $40,000 doing it. All right, that's my speech. See you guys next week. Thanks so much.